Destroy your enemy by making him your friend. Everybody likes a compliment. I am always for the man who wishes to work. I have always believed that a good laugh was good for both the mental and physical digestion. Behind the cloud, the sun is still shining. If we have no friends, we have no pleasure, and if we have them, we are sure to lose them and be doubly pained by the loss. I believe I shall never be old enough to speak without embarrassment when I have nothing to talk about. I can't spare this man, he fights. To secure to each laborer the whole product of his labor, or as nearly as possible, is a worthy object of any good government. In law, it is good policy to never plead what you need not, lest you oblige yourself to prove what you cannot. With firmness in the right, as God gives us to see the right. When you have got an elephant by the hind legs and he is trying to run away, it's best to let him run. No man is poor who has a godly mother. Weakness is what keeps driving us to God by the overwhelming conviction that there just isn't anywhere else to go. It is my pleasure that my children are free and happy, and unrestrained by parental tyranny. Love is the chain whereby to bind a child to its parents. A man is about as happy as he makes up his mind to be. I cannot bring myself to believe that any human being lives who would do me any harm. All I ask for the Negro is that if you do not like him, let him alone. If God gave him but little, that little let him enjoy. We should avoid planting and cultivating too many thorns in the bosom of society. As we keep or break the Sabbath day, we nobly save or merely lose the last best hope by which man rises. All that I am or hope to be, I owe to my Anglo mother. There is really no crisis except an artificial one if the great American people will only keep their temper on both sides of the line. The trouble will come to an end. Our government rests on public opinion. Whoever can change public opinion can change the government, practically just so much. With high hope for the future, no prediction is ventured. Get books, sit yourself down anywhere and go to reading them yourself. You have to do your own growing, no matter how tall your grandfather was. I expect to maintain this contest until successful, or till I die, or I am conquered, or my term expires, or Congress or the country forsakes me. I was elected a captain of volunteers, a success which gave me more pleasure than any I have had since. I am the President of the United States of America, clothed in immense power. You will procure me these votes. Believing everybody is dangerous, but believing nobody is more dangerous. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Well, I wish some of you would like to tell me the brand of whiskey that Grant drinks. I would like to send a barrel of it to my other generals. Am I not destroying my enemies when I make friends of them? My politics are short and sweet, like the old women's dance. Military necessity does not admit of cruelty, that is, the infliction of suffering for the sake of suffering or revenge, nor of torture to export confessions. If you understand what you are doing, you are not learning anything. A right result at this time will be worth more to the world than 10 times the man and 10 times the money. When I go hear a man speak, I like to hear him speak like he is fighting a swarm of bees. Don't swap horses in the middle of the stream. The severest justice may not always be the best policy. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. My paramount objective in this struggle is to save the Union and is not to either save or destroy slavery. You are younger and I am older. You are hopeful. I am not enjoy life. Ere it grows colder, pluck the roses ere they rot. A child is a person who is going to carry on what you have started. The fate of humanity is in his hands. It is the man who does not want to express an opinion whose opinion I want. Whether you look for the good or look for the bad in a person, you will find it. I think to lose Kankati is nearly the same as to lose the whole game. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. A universal feeling, whether well or ill-founded, cannot be safely disregarded. Honest statesmanship is the wise employment of individual means for the public good. Nations do not die from invasion, they die from internal rottenness. Do I not damage my enemies after I make them my close friends? What is to be, will be, and no prayers of ours can arrest the degree. I cannot make it better known than it already is that I strongly favor colonization. All things desirable to man are contained in the Bible. If you wish to win a man over to your ideas, first make him your friend. A long visit to a friend is often a great bore. Never make people twice glad. The only assurance of our nation's safety is to lay out foundation in morality and religion. Always remember, life is for enjoying. Talk to the jury as though your client's fate depends on every word you utter. Discourage litigation Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. Without divine assistance, I cannot succeed. With it, I cannot fail. Let the people know the truth, and the country is safe. In my entire life, I have only met 4 perfect people, and I disliked them all. The land grant university system is being built on behalf of the people who have invested in these public universities their hopes, their support, and their confidence. I sincerely wish war was a pleasanter and easier business than it is, but it does not admit of holidays. Marriage is neither heaven nor hell, it is simply purgatory. Never tire of litigation, a worse man can scarcely be found than one who does this. As the problems are new, we must decentral ourselves from the past. While we are grateful to all the brave men and officers for the events of the past few days, we should above all be very grateful to Almighty God who gives us victory. My best friend is a person who will give me a book I have not read. Study the Constitution, let it be preached from the pulpit, proclaimed in legislatures, and enforced in courts of justice. Let reverence for the laws become the political religion of the nation. Let us diligently apply the means, never doubting that a just God in His own good time will give us the rightful result. We shall yet acknowledge His wisdom and our own error therein. If the good people in their wisdom shall see fit to keep me in the background, I have been too familiar with disappointments to be very much chagrined. The most damned scoundrel that ever lived, but in the infinite mercy of Providence, also the most damned fool. A woman is the only thing I am afraid of that I know will not hurt me. That everyone may receive at least a moderate education appears to be an objective vital importance. Kindness is the only service that will stand the storm of life and not wash out. It has long been recognized that the problems with alcohol relate not to the use of a bad thing, but the abuse of a good thing. We meet this evening not in sorrow, but the gladness of heart. We trust, sir, that God is on our side. It is more important to know that we are on God's side. The surest way to reveal one's character is not through adversity, but by giving them power. When you make it to the top, turn and reach down for the person behind you. What contributes the hallmark of our own liberty and independence? You cannot have the right to do what is wrong. We accepted this war for an object, a worthy object, and the war will end when that object is attained under God. I hope it never will until that time. You cannot help the poor by destroying the rich. You cannot lift the wage earner by pulling down the wage payer. My father, at the death of his father, was but 6 years of age, and he grew up literally without education. The Lord spared the beaten, and the rest he seen fit to die. It is safe to assert that no government proper ever had a provision in its organic law for its own termination. You can't escape tomorrow's responsibilities by evading it today. I hold that in contemplation of universal law and of the Constitution, the union of these states is perpetual. Labor is superior to capital and precedes capital. Without labor, there is no capital. When you have got a ticket to send and you are not a top customer, it's best not to waste your time. Towering genius distance a beaten path. In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free. I have stepped out upon this platform that I may see you, and that you may see me, and in the arrangement I have the best of the bargain.